What is going on? Stix here, and today we are going to talk a little bit about GAC getting the maximum rewards for the minimum amount put in. Right now we're going to look at defenses here. Just real quick, run through a few. You can definitely use these early game to get you some idea what you could do early. Right now I'm kind of starting to get into the mid game, so they are still working for the most part, and you can kind of see what we've got going here. Let's just enter here right now. So we've got Grievous with pretty low-level droids with him. Basically, I've put it on defense, and occasionally it snags somebody up. It is not the greatest team, but what it's going to do is every time one of those droids, separatist droids, dies, basically, faints, he is going to get all of his turn meters reset and going to go ahead and do a windmill, basically AoE damage to everybody across the board. Really good there. Same thing with this Qui-Gon team. The Qui-Gon team I've been putting on defense basically the whole time in GAC, and it has got quite a few holds because Qui-Gon has to be killed first, but whenever that happens, Anakin takes a bonus turn, basically. It gets all and does a ton of damage. They are also super fast because of the Qui-Gon Omicron for his lead. You do need the Omicron, obviously, so a little expensive. And we can look at the leader agility while in Grand Arena. Start of the battle, there are no galactic legends and all allies are Jedi. So the offense equal to foresight, blah, blah, blah. And so you get quite a bit of stuff. And it just makes them super fast. All Jedi allies gain plus 30 speed, gain offense equal to 3 times their speed. And so it just makes it super, super fast. And they're going to pump out the damage really fast with Anakin being the only relic on that team. Definitely. So I think Anakin's a good one to invest in anyways. Obviously, I use him with Padme team in Conquest. I use him GAC with Qui-Gon. He's got a great ship for Galactic Republic fleet. So there's a lot of reasons to invest in that. Same thing with General Grievous. You're getting a great fleet. You're getting a lot of benefits there with not just one thing that you're getting. So Dash is a new one that we've added to the roster just recently. Right now I've kind of thrown this team together. I don't know if this is going to stick or not, but the main ones here are Dash with Vander Chewie. So you've got the Omicron, and then you've got the Zeta on that. And then everybody else is kind of a bonus, like L3 is going to taunt, and everybody's going to get prepared, and all this stuff's going to go on, and maybe it'll get a hold. I don't know. I haven't done it in 5v5 yet. We're going to find out how it goes. See how Infant's Nest, obviously super low gear there. You could also put like IG-11 and Queel with this team. You can kind of mix and match with the light side scoundrels to make this kind of work in this team. Next up, maybe if you're going on the road to a Galactic Legend, we've got the SLKR requirements, so we kind of built out a little team here. We'll see how it goes. I've just kind of thrown a team together, honestly. It's not one that I was planning on using, but I thought, hey, I've got all these. We've put mods on them to kind of make them a little better, and hopefully they'll be okay. And we can use the Datacron because they're all Relic 5, thanks to the Lightspeed bundles. So this is one team I didn't have last time around, basically. So it's one we're going to try out and see how it goes. And then the Bounty Hunters, actually, since I've got Zam to Gear 12, has actually given me a few holds last season. So I think that's going to be a good one. It just gives a lot of extra speed and everything there. And those guys are just going to be so fast. And then if we get to the Annihilate ability with Mando, it's going to be really, really good. But really, Bosk is the one that's going to start that train going. Boba Fett does a lot of things, but there's just a lot of pieces there that are going to help that team. And Zam, being at Gear 12 now, is going to help as well. Executor, I actually need to add another ship to this, but actually I don't know if I will. It's gotten a lot of holds, obviously, as our first GL ship. And it has worked very, very well for that. But let's just go into the collection real fast and we will go through. So we've got CLS, and that is one that just until recently I was using kind of the same thing. We had just some lower gear on a lot of the characters, lower relic level. Like 3PO and Chewie, you can start using him even before you get to 7 stars, and it works, but it works better obviously at higher relic levels and everything, stat sharing, everything like that. Night Sisters, another one. Old Daka really needs to be relicked, and everybody else can be a little lower. You do need, I'd say, some Zetas on the team. Still working on that one. Ewoks aren't one I'd look at. Padme is one. So I use this a lot in Conquest, but for GAC, I don't have as much use for her, and really the team gets divided quite a bit because I've actually been putting Grandmaster Yoda with Jedi Knight Revan to kind of get that team to work. Imperial Troopers, you can see we've got 3 relics and then a couple other. And we're not using Moff Gideon with that team. I'm actually using Range Trooper at Gear 12. Empire, we just got Mara Jade to Relic 5 for Starkiller, but honestly she is one that will work with Emperor Palpatine at a lower star lower gear level. So another one. Geos are okay in GAC. They're not great. Back wall, maybe you throw them on there and hope the front wall they use something that could counter it, but honestly there's a lot of solid counters to Geos and they're just not as good as they once were. And there's that Jedi Knight Revan team that I was talking about. Iden Versio has been solid, honestly, in this trooper team that we built out. It is not the greatest, but it's there and it works. For the most part, I would say I think Iden is going to be one I'm going to target to go to Relic soon, just because of the new raid and everything. And I think that's going to help that team out. In 3s, I tend to put her and Stark as one of the characters on there. I actually think I am also going to work on Stormtrooper, get that team a little bit more gear on that Stormtrooper, just to make that a little bit more viable. But yeah, and then clones don't really work at this low of gear that we've got on them. Like they can clean up some random teams, but they're really not the greatest. Traya with Savage is one that is super solid, and I would recommend you guys another one where you can min-max really well here with Traya because they can, you can get those Geos, even Relic Geos you can take out with this Traya team just because of her Omicron. It is obviously a little Zeta Omicron heavy, but the 2 characters you really need, Savage, up to I would relic Savage. Like he is really solid. You can use him solo or you can use him in this team. I think he's great. And then yeah, so that's where we're at kind of with this team. I've been throwing around this Sauna team and I just don't know, really my other characters aren't there to really make it work, and I don't know if I want to invest more in that team right now. So that's kind of on the back burner of something to think about. But for sure, so min-max, especially like you're just climbing, you're at 2 million trying to figure out a few teams. The Qui-Gon, the Zam, Omicron, like applying a couple of these that can help a team like really go from just doing a little bit to all of a sudden like you're getting some holds with them. And I think that's something that as you're developing your roster, you're not going to be able to relic every single team out there all the way to Relic 5, all the way to Relic 3 even most of the time. Like sometimes you're just going to have a couple of characters that are at Gear 10, and you've got to make do with that for this GAC as you continue to build them up. But maybe you just need to prioritize a few things. And so that's why I hope this guide was a little helpful. If it was, let me know in the comments below. Let me know. I probably missed some. Like obviously I missed Wampa. Wampa's a huge one. Needs Zeta, needs an Omicron, probably needs a second Zeta to make him a little bit better. There's some arguments back and forth whether you need the second Zeta. But for sure, like Wampa, mine is Relic 3. He can take out full Relic Grievous teams, stuff like that. So there's a lot of uses for characters. Like if you get one character up to Relic, I think it can make a team a lot better. So hopefully this helped. If it did, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And as always, thanks for watching.